back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not beta as fuck, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Finally, he's back. These MMA retirements are not loyal, I'll tell you that much. Holy crap. Carlos Condit has announced his plans to unretire and fight again as early as December this year, possibly January. Woo, man, this is great news for MMA fans, I will say that. I mean, you don't want to see somebody, you know, that's an actual top contender, like a legitimate threat, retire out when they still got fight left in them. You know, it's kind of like Rumble Johnson. You know, you do want to see, if that's what you want to do for your health or whatever the hell, you definitely do that. But I'm saying, as a fan, you would love to see them fight again. So Carlos Condit's one of those people. I mean, he's lost 5 of his last 7 fights, and he lost in his last fight to Demian Maia. He got submitted in the first round. Demian Maia kind of made it look easy, but Demian Maia can do that to people, man. When he approached Carlos Condit, he put the backpack, put it on him, man, and Carlos Condit was still dry, so that's never good when you're going against Demian Maia and he gets on your back in the first round. It wasn't pretty. So Carlos Condit, after that fight, man, he had lost 5 of 7, but the thing about that is, those 5 fights were all savages that Carlos Condit lost to. But the fact that he lost 5 of his last 7 and he got submitted in the first round, I mean, it probably led to his decision that he felt like he couldn't compete anymore, which I do not believe is true. He just didn't get the win that night, but I don't believe it's true. I mean, listen to the names of the 5 people Carlos Condit has lost to. The five of his last 7 that he's lost to. Listen to the names: GSP, Johnny Hendricks, Tyron Woodley, Robbie Lawler, Demian Maia. All of them are either Tyron Woodley, who's the champion now, or people who used to hold the belt or have at least fought for the belt. So with that being said, I mean, Carlos Condit, he's been ranked number 4 the entire time since he announced his retirement. My argument was always, if he's fucking said he retired, you know, and it's been over a year, you might want to take him out the rankings now. But if he's announcing plans to come back, oh yeah, I think he deserves that ranking, because there's not many people at welterweight that can beat Carlos Condit, I believe. Now, the welterweight division has started to shake up a little bit since he's been gone. You know, we've got new contenders in the top 5. We've got, you know, people like Jorge Masvidal. We've got Colby Covington coming up, Kamaru Usman coming up, Rafael Dos Anjos in the division. We've got some good fights for Carlos Condit that, I mean, would all help, you know, if he gets those wins, would show he's right where he belongs, you know, in the top 5, in the top 4. So I'm definitely looking forward to Carlos Condit's return. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about fighting late December or early January. I'm guessing most of them are going to be on the UFC 219 card, because the UFC likes to have a big end of the year card. So with that being said, hopefully we get to see the return of the natural born killer Carlos Condit sooner rather than later. His tweet said, "Yo, Sean Shelby, what's up, big guy? I'm wanting to fight in December or January. What say you?" And hey, let's fucking go. I'm sure Sean Shelby said fucking get it done. I don't know if there's any hurdles he's got to jump through. I don't know if he officially, he probably didn't turn in the paperwork. That's probably why they still have him in the rankings, because, you know, when you retire, you actually have to like turn in the paperwork and make it official. And if you do that, then when you do come back, you have to like go through some USADA rings and like wait like 4 months, or I don't know the exact fucking logistics, but you get the point. I don't think he ever officially retired. He just announced it in the ring. It's good to see him coming back, man. I wonder who it's going to be against. I know who you want to see Carlos Condit return against. I mean, what about like Nick Diaz? What if Nick Diaz wants to fucking come back or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Maybe Carlos Condit versus Nick Diaz. The return of Nick Diaz, the return of Carlos Condit. Winner motherfucking takes a top 5 spot. Let's go. I don't know. I'm just off the top of my head. Who could it be? Speaking of Nick Diaz, I haven't thought about Nick Diaz for a while. What's going on with Nick Diaz? Is he suspended for 6 months? Is he suspended for 2 years for that whereabouts failure? Is he coming back December versus Carlos Condit? What's going on with Nick Diaz? That's crazy. That's interesting. It is what it is. Let the hitters know what the fuck's going on with Nick Diaz, or who you want to see Carlos Condit return against in the comments. Why wouldn't the shrimp share his treasure? Because he was a little shellfish.